of the church. By so doing, we're going to have what? A healthy church. A healthy church, which is going to be, which is shown in Acts chapter 2, verse 42, the healthy church. And the pattern is not just a New Testament pattern. Yes, it is the clarity of that pattern. It's actually in the New Testament. But when we look at the Old Testament, that's we're looking at the second paragraph of the Concise Theology, second paragraph. So the first paragraph actually has a lot of verses. All through the book, there are a lot of verses that we're going to be going back and forth, but I'm trying to pick all the verses that we've looked at. The congregation, for its part, is to acknowledge the God-given authority of its leaders and follow the lead they give. Please, let's go back to Hebrews 13:17. Hebrews 13:17. Look at it carefully. This is another function. This one function of leaders in the church, which elders are leaders in the church. And it is to us who are in the church. Obey your leaders and submit to them. They are keeping watch over your soul as those who will give an account, as those who will responsibility. Let them do this with joy and not with groaning. Let them do this with joy and not with groaning. It means we are supposed to what? Support them. We should not be people that are going to join in deriding and putting down your leaders. We should not. Sometimes it happens when the congregation or the community feel that they don't have a hand in what is going on in that place. And we have seen that in 1 Corinthians. Whenever you get to a place, you have people that are complaining about giving an offering to the church, in the community, in the church, is because they don't see that that place is actually a place that is keeping watch over their souls, and it's a place that it's within the flock. They don't see the place as a healthy place to them for whatever reason or other. That is why we complain. That's why we complain. So please, we should not join those people that when you hear we had a friend of ours came to our house this week. Then my wife came and was telling me the discussion that they had with him. Are we on? So can we go? Can you stop the recording? Yeah. So because what I want to say, the question he asked my wife, she now says she wish I'm the one that is giving that answer. What is the issue between Pastor Jerry and so person? You understand, right? She was able to give from the discussion that we have had. She was able to give some context and explanation to that thing. Then the person now says that Kiki and Martin's wedding, is it wedding or marriage? Explain it well. The question now behoves us to ask, are you a member of this congregation or not? And is he an elder here or not? If he is an elder, why are you finding it difficult to give an answer? Or are you that you are saying that I am here, but my spirit is somewhere? You see, that's one of the things that happens. And sometimes when I'm discussing with some of my friends, I say the reason why sometimes when you see two people in the society commit an offense, and the Darius or Samuel is the one, or the Zubairu the system did not catch is because of Christendom. Because anybody that hears the name Samuel or Darius, automatically Samuel and Darius is what? It's a Christian. So now, anybody that goes out and sees Vashni with this light work, they've been getting questions in Keke. Many of you, I don't know whether you've had those questions. Sometimes you're just walking randomly. Somebody will just see light work. The person now asks, oh, are you a member of Lightwork? You've never seen him here. It means the name Lightwork has gone mere places, right? So if you are going to you are going to wear, that's why when my friend, my wife's uncle requested for a cap, I say, are you a member of Lightwork? Because I know they will ask a question. When they ask you that question, remember your responsibility as a member of this place is to make the work of the elders what? With joy. Let them do the work with joy and not with groaning. Because it's a huge responsibility. Why? They will elders will give an account. So if the elders are going to give an account, they are not going into this office anyhow. They are not seeing themselves in this office anyhow. Any elder who has understood and has gone through a process and understood what it means that it's a process and understood what it means that it's a request and a responsibility needs our support so that they can go through their work with joy. And this is what Parker is saying, that for its part, the congregation should acknowledge the God-given authority of the lead they give. I was with one of my girls yesterday. I called her to come and meet me to have a discussion with her. Now it was after that, just before the Bible study, when I joined online yesterday. She's married now with a child. So some issues are beginning to come up. She now came with me and I sat down with her. Told her that now you are beginning to understand some things differently, right? She said yes. She said, well, sometimes she will sit down and ask herself, and it's just about 2 or 3. Is it 2 years, man? It's just about 2 years into the relationship, as married. She said sometimes she will ask herself what took her into it. I said no, but before then you knew what took you into it. I said that's why sometimes, whenever related to this place that says follow the lead they give, sometimes the elders will tell you this is not time. Sometimes the elders will be quiet. Sometimes they do that. I think I will still re-emphasize it. If I were you, because that's what I do, follow the lead. There is a reason. Because sometimes when we get into that something, that's when we now realize. Nobody is saying stop. We're just saying just be careful. Let's follow the lead and see. So now, for each part, is that supposed to be a Bible? Maybe you sit close to Geno. Then open to Hebrews chapter 13, verse 17. Elder, within the small community that God is placing you. Why? Because there is a responsibility. And say what? Do that remembering that you're going to give an account. So if you're going to have that understanding, it means that wherever we go, in every that God is going to bring before us, within our sphere of influence, it means that it's the property of that person, and we are going to give an account. Now, in the Old Testament, this pattern of leadership, that's the second paragraph, this pattern is already present in the Old Testament, where God is the shepherd of Israel. We've seen that in Psalms chapter 80, verse 1, whereby you see there was a time the Israelites requested for a king, but before then we have prophets, priests, and local rulers, which are also called to act as his agents in an under shepherd rule. Let's look at Ezra 5:5. In an under shepherd rule. But the New Testament is quite clear that there is the way you appoint elders and look at it. But the eye of their God was on the elders of the Jews. So you see, they were elders of the Jews. And they did not stop them until the report should reach Darius, and then an answer be returned by letter concerning it. So the elders represented. There was a representation. There was a representation.